For the last 2 years since we moved here in May 2020, and that's when I started my garden, my very first garden. And I have to say that I started working in an area. We created some garden beds that were probably 3 or 4 inches deep, but they were on top of the earth, so it really wasn't a garden bed per se. It was mostly a frame to keep things contained and have paths. Now, this year my husband decided to kind of use that higher area to work on a project to have an outside area to eat and hang out during the summer. So the soil that I was building there, it's basically gone. It disappeared. It's hiding under lots of rocks. So because of that, I decided to actually use the duck pen area as a garden. So this is my carrot bed. And as you can see, the ducks got in and they didn't damage anything really, meaning eaten anything, but they're kind of going in between them to try to find bugs, and they are stepping on the tops, which means that not all of them are going to turn into amazing carrots, but they are still there and they're developing, so I'm super excited about that. Now on this side I had broccoli and other things that were super tender, and it wasn't as lucky as the carrots because the ducks got in and kind of ate the little seedlings. So what I did is I ended up putting this frames I call, that I got them for free from a farm. They were used for some kind of flowers, I think tulips or something, and so they were kind of a strainer, I don't even know how to call it, but I just tied them together with some twine and I am working on this bed. Now my idea is to cover all those weeds with cardboard, and conveniently is wet because it's been raining. So little by little I'm gonna cover from where the carrots stop all the way here, so I can start adding compost on top of the boxes. Now I don't mean finished compost, I mean the actual compost, and let me show you what I mean in the other bed. So this is what I mean. I have a bunch of things that were in my compost bin in the kitchen, and what I've been doing is just layering it here. Now I am in the process of covering all this, but I wanted to show you that it looks kind of messy. But the idea is, in order to use this garden bed in the spring, I'm gonna be working on the soil itself, and there's nothing better, at least that I've tried, than composting in place. So this is the compost, which includes carbon like grocery bags and egg cartons and some other papers that I'm going to show you in a minute as I add here to kill these weeds. I never added actually exclusively potting soil here, so a lot of weeds grew because it was just soil from the ground, which is very fertile. That's all stuff that I'm composting, but it's, it still had a few weeds because of the ducks. And here is the compost covered with the duck house clean out. This right now it seems like it's overflowing, but it will start to sink and sink and sink as it warms up and starts heating up actually the bed and composting all this. And we still have part of December, January, February, and we can definitely transplant something into this bed in March. It's almost 3 months of composting It is fenced in. It really has a process of mulch that I started since the fall of 2020. So it's been a year, not too long to do, you know, the back to Eden or, you know, that mulching system. It really takes a long time to build, you know, the 12 inches unless you have the money to buy a lot of mulch. In my case, I use the barn clean out and to feed the soil, and it's been working wonderful. I have amazing soil in the areas where I keep the mulch deep. Some other areas, like traffic areas, the mulch kind of slips, but it really has been feeding it. And I think that would be the perfect spot to start some rows and to start a garden. Most of the mulch that I use for the duck bin, it's gone. That I brought from the barn, the goat barn. And I go through it and find little bugs and stuff, but I need to bring more. That's where you can see where it was, but all decomposed, and you can see this is all mud, so I need to really work on that. So I have that big pile of barn cleanup, and I'm gonna use it as mulch around the duck bin. I already threw over the fence some here, and it makes the soil super soft and workable. And this is gonna be my spring and fall garden. It's gonna be all the things. My plan is to kind of plant along over there, and there's lots to be done. Hi, my girls. It is so dark today. It is so rainy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Clara. Oh, hi, baby. Hello, my sweet mama. I'm sorry. It's such a dark day. Hi, Gaia. Oh, I love kisses. I don't like bites, but I love kisses. Those are the 3 sweetest girls. The sweetest clan, Mama and her twins. You guys are so sweet. I love kisses, Gaia. I love kisses. Don't like bites, okay? You can kiss me all you want. No fighting with sister. She also needs love. Come here, girl. Come here, sissy. Come here, sissy. Be nice to your sissy, okay? You be nice to your sissy because she is cute. Oh, she's cute. And your mama? Look at your mama. Your mama is so cute. She is a cute mama. Right now, I have 2 very tall garden beds, about, I would say, 3 feet, maybe 3.5 feet tall. And so those are amazing. But I'm working on a third one. I'm going to show you a little bit about that. But I'm working on a third one. And this third one, it's going to have a bunch of manure and a bunch of carbon, like tree limbs and stuff that I have really as garbage in my property. And I'm going to put it inside and try to compost that and create warmth or heat up the bed, cover it, and that way creating a small greenhouse. But right now the most important thing is working on this bed. I'm gonna put logs inside. I'm gonna put goat manure, rabbit manure, and this is gonna be my little greenhouse for starting some plants. this is just a corner shower. So this is plastic. I am gonna use it for the first time this year, and I'm gonna cover the sides with some greenhouse plastic. So it should be the perfect spot for early spring. And just like that, we had to drop everything and get in because it's raining. I don't know if you can see the rain. And I don't know if you can hear it because Annabelle is in heat. But can you see how I cover? I did this line here, and then I did all that with the barn clean out. And I think I still have a small. Annabelle is so crazy with her sleep cycle that she is walking outside in the rain. She won't stop. If you're wondering, is she ever gonna stop? No, she's not going to. She's gonna scream like that for about 2 days. And no matter how much I tell her that she doesn't need a boy, she really wants a boy. That is halfway done. I mean, 1 long side and 2 small sides for that hotbed. And I just need to use that. It's kind of plywood, cardboardy material to cover it inside. Then put some feedbacks inside so the heat that I'm trying to create in that small greenhouse stays in. And then put that on the top. So still a work in progress. Now, I'm going to show you my face right now because we worked under the rain. It's just I couldn't record it. And we put the girls in their stalls for, around an hour while we were working because they really get in your way, and we were working with pitchfork and stuff. We didn't want any accidents, so we just let them out once again for the second time. And Clara is wondering why. Annabelle is so crazy. And I really want to focus on my garden this next season. I want to can as much as I can. I want to buy throughout the winter a food dryer, a dehydrator. I can't think of the word right now. I want to buy different tools that are going to help me preserve what I grow in my garden. I learned a good lesson recently, and food security and a lot of things that when I moved, that was really what I was focused on. And then we started focusing on the house and other things, and I really didn't have the time to focus on my idea of being more self-sufficient, even though that's a very hard to achieve goal. I want to be as self-sufficient as possible, and the only way to do that is to work on the things that are going to feed you, which is animals and a garden.